Oh, Well, you know, there's nothing like a nice cold home brew. Well, that's what we're talking about today, guys. As usual, we're talking about home brew on CraigTube. Now, a couple of years ago, if you've been following my channel, you might have seen me do a video on a Cooper's micro brew kit. Okay, now I thought at the time that this kit would be a great thing for people just starting out making their own beer at home. And I was right. Many people have purchased this kit and have had much success with it. As a matter of fact, my homebrew supplier, Complete Home Brewing, is selling these kits, and he's told me that people are buying them like crazy. So, and they're coming back for more ingredients, and they're making more and more batches. So there must be some success there. And myself, I've used this kit, that kit. This is not the same one, by the way. This is a new version of it. I'm going to show you in just a moment. That kit I've used many times and still use it today. But Cooper's decided that there needed to be some enhancements. And that's what they've done with this kit. This is the Cooper's DIY Do-It-Yourself Beer Kit. Okay, so they've renamed it. There's a few differences between this kit and the old kit. They both make the same beer. Okay, so if you have the old kit, you're fine. You don't have to run out and buy the new one. Of course, if you want to, you can, but you don't have to. You're still going to be able to use your old one. It's just fine. But this one has some enhancements that I'm going to show you. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with this kit, I'm going to post a link and I'll show you some images right now of me brewing with the old Cooper's micro brew kit. And you can see that it comes with all the accessories you need to make your first batch of beer. Okay, so right out of the box, it's easy. It comes with instructions. It comes with a DVD you can watch. Everything you needed to make beer came in this kit, and it was excellent. Many people bought this kit. Okay, so you can see here, and it's very easy to do. You just mix the ingredients together. You put water, you add your brew enhancer, boom, everything is ready to go, and you've got beer in a few weeks that is tasting very good. Now, I took some beer up camping with me. The same beer I made in that video you just saw, I took that beer up camping with me. Okay, now I had faith in this. I didn't take any other alcohol with me up to camping. And as you can see, that beer looks amazing. And I was very impressed with the taste. It was a beautiful beer for camping. It was hot up there that year, and it was a nice, refreshing lager. It went down real nice, and I was quite happy the 3 nights that we were there. Let's put it that way. Okay, so a little bit of history there. Let's move on. What's the DIY beer kit? Okay, well, let's take a look. It's the same type of kit. So you're looking at the same thing. If you haven't bought the old kit yet, then you're going to be buying the new one. It comes with the same kind of setup. I'll just let you take a look. Okay, so there's your bottles. It comes with 30 bottles. Okay, 30 of these. It comes with 30 of those, and it comes with all the other stuff you need. Now let's just get into this here. If you want to watch the entire video of me making that batch of beer with the old microbrew kit, I'm going to put a link down in the more info section so you can watch that. There's other links down there too, and we'll get to those in a few minutes. Let's see what we've got. Okay, so there's a lid. I'm just going to move my here so I don't spill that. You've got a little paper here that shows you all the things that come with the kit, so you can do a check. Make sure you got everything. All right, you've got your first beer kit. It's a Cooper's Lager beer kit. Okay, there it is. That's their pre-hopped malt extract syrup that you mix the water with. You mix it with water, and you mix it with your brew enhancer as well. This is your beer right here. This plus your water. Use good quality water. If your tap water is good quality, then it's fine. If not, then you can buy your water, whatever you want to do. But there's your beer right there. Okay. It comes with your carbonation drops. These are little sugary, candy-like things, little pellets. You put 2 of them in each bottle before you bottle your beer. That will carbonate your beer. Okay? There it is. That's how it works. It comes with instructions. It comes with a DVD showing you exactly how to do this, how to make your beer with this. This DVD is different than the one that came with the old kit. It's much better. If you want to watch this video now, okay, right now, before you buy this, if you're wondering what it looks like, how it all works, I'm going to put a link in the more info section down below where you can watch this DVD right now on YouTube. No charge, it's right there, and you can watch it. So when you're finished watching this video, click on the link and you'll be able to watch how exactly they tell you to do this. It couldn't be more easy, and you get to watch this before you even buy the kit. What more could you ask, okay? Little booklet here that lets you mark things down, okay? Your time, your date, your temperature, your everything, so you can keep track and make sure you do things the same way every time. Stick-on thermometer. Temperatures are very important when you're making beer, so you want to make sure you keep your temperatures at the appropriate level, depending on what type of beer you're making, and that's all in the instructions, okay? Caps. You got your bottles, you got your caps. These are reusable over and over and over and over again, okay? Years you'll get use out of these things. They don't wear out. These caps, once they do wear out, you can either buy new ones or you can just use Pepsi caps, Pepsi bottle caps. It's the same threads, okay? So it doesn't matter. Not a problem. They don't wear out very quickly at all. Little package here. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I've already had this all out of the box and I've already brewed a beer with it. I wanted to make sure that I knew how it all worked and I was able to tell you honestly that it's a successful product, and it is a successful product because the beer that I made, although it's not quite ready to drink yet, I've had a sample of it and it's fine. It tastes great, just as good as the other beer I made with the other kit. Okay, you've got your tap, or a spigot as they call it. This one, the nice thing about this one as opposed to the other one is that it comes apart. Okay, so I'll show you more about that in a second. Let's just put that down. They give you a pen to write in that little booklet there and a couple of these little clamps here. I'll just show you how all that works in a second. A little bit of packing material there. You have a spoon for stirring. You have a hydrometer. The difference between this hydrometer and the one that came with the old kit is that this one is plastic. And if you're wondering what this is and why you need it, actually you don't really need it, but why you might want to have one, watch my hydrometer video. I did a very detailed video about hydrometers. Again, down in the more info section, I'm going to put links down there to all this stuff, okay? The thing about this one is it's plastic. So if you drop it, it's not going to break. Not like the other ones are glass, okay? Comes with a little stand, so when you do your test, you put your beer in here, you take your reading, and it stands up on the table so you can get a proper reading. Comes with little lids there so you can keep it all intact. Okay, that's a great little thing to have, and it's plastic so it's not going to break. It also comes with your little bottler thingy here. This is what you use to bottle your beer, all right? And you push your bottles onto the bottom of here when it's hooked up to the fermenter, when your beer's ready, and it fills your bottles to the exact height that it needs to be. We take the bottle off, it stops the flow, okay? You guys probably know most of this stuff, but I'm just making sure that anybody who's new to this is going to get the idea. Don't want that to fall. Okay. Now, as you can see, inside the box, we've got our fermenter and all of the rest of our bottles. There's 30 750 milliliter bottles in here. That's just enough bottles to bottle your beer and get 5 gallons of, or 23 liters of beer out of this kit. Now let's look at the fermenter. The main difference between this kit and the old microbrew kit is the fermenter. And this is the thing that fascinates me because I got so many questions about airlocks and why isn't my airlock bubbling, or how come it's not doing this, or this is happening or that's not happening. Coopers, I think, listened to their customers and realized that, the airlock is not even necessary. The whole idea behind making beer, of course, is to keep air out of the fermenter. But of course, as it ferments, CO2 is produced, which has to escape from the fermenter, okay? So that's why we use an airlock. And I'll show you that in a second, how that works. But Coopers found a way to not have to use an airlock, so there's no worries anymore about an airlock. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take this fermenter out, show you guys how it all works. There's another part to it here inside, which I will show you in a second, as soon as I get it out of here. Okay, just hang on, bear with me. All right. Okay, so now the box is empty. I'm just going to take all the bottles, dump them in there, get them out of the way. Okay, and let's move this so that we can show you guys exactly how this thing works. Okay, whoops, extra bottle there. Okay, all right, now here's the thing. Here is the new fermenter. Okay, all right. Now, first of all, you can see that it's clear. You can basically see through it, which means that you can watch what's happening inside. Now, that's really what you need to be doing. An airlock is a nice thing because it kind of lets you be outside the box and sort of see maybe a little blinking light or indication of what's actually happening. Now, with the old fermenter, that's basically what we had. Here's the original Cooper's microbrew kit fermenter. So you've got your screw-on lid. Okay, got your fermenter. You've got your spigot on the outside there. This screws in, so you can take it off to clean it. Okay, and it turns on and off with the tap there. Once you get it tightened properly, that's how you bottle your beer. And of course, you put your bottler wand on here. When you're ready to bottle, you put it up on a table, put your bottle on the bottom of that, and that's how you fill your bottles. Okay, very easy. And again, when you watch that original video that I showed you, how to do it with this kit, you'll see how it's done. The thing is that really when you make beer, just by nature of the way that it works, you don't really need a sealed fermenter and a sealed environment. All you need is a way for the gas to get out of the fermenter, but the air to not get into the fermenter. Okay, but unfortunately people pay so much attention to these things that they get confused and they don't know why it's not working and something's wrong. Sometimes the rubber inside of here, and even in the other fermenters I've got downstairs, this gasket can wear out because it's rubber, it can crack. Sometimes it won't sit properly, you won't get a proper seal, and that's when this thing doesn't give you the right information and people start getting all upset and wondering why it's not working. In the meantime, their beer is working. It's just that this thing isn't. Well, not a problem. Okay, guys, not a problem, because this new Cooper's fermenter does not have an airlock at all. In particular, it has a way of letting the gas out, but not letting air in, and I'll show you how that works. But first, let's take a look at the spigot. The spigot comes apart. That's important because that's easy to clean. You do get gunk and yeast and stuff in here and sediment. The spigots that I have downstairs on my standard fermenters don't come apart. I find them very difficult to clean, and I don't think I'll ever get them properly cleaned because they don't come apart. This one does, so you can take it apart and clean it, and then you just put it back together. It's very tight. There's rubber, and it clips in like that, and it holds itself together just like that. So see, now you've got your on-off tap, like so, okay? And then, once you've cleaned it, sanitized it, it simply snaps on, just like that. No threads to strip. So there's your fermenter on-off spigot for when you bottle. And of course, you're gonna take your bottling wand. Again, this is all in the video that I did a couple of years ago on the Cooper's microbrew kit. The link's down below. And you turn your thing on and you just put your bottles on, you bottle your beer. Okay, now let's look at the fermenter itself, because this is the main thing that fascinates me about this kit. You take your malt extract, you take your brew enhancer, you take your water, you fill it up to 23 liters. It's the way the instructions tell you, the way I showed you in the microbrew kit video. Same exact thing, okay, no difference, right? Okay, but the difference with this is that you've got this extra piece. Now, if you've never made beer before, you might not realize that when you ferment beer or any kind of wine or alcohol in these fermenters, you get a brown ring around the inside of the fermenter. It's called a Crowson Ring. It's just a buildup of yeast and malt and other things that sticks to the side of the fermenter just above the level of the beer. So somewhere around here, okay, you're going to get a ring. And you're going to be able to see this with this fermenter because it's see-through, okay? You'll see that ring. That's your first indication that you're getting fermentation. You don't need to rely on an airlock anymore. You know, you look inside here and you go, oh, look it, there's foam developing on the top. Oh, cool, now I'm starting to get a ring around here. It's working, you know? That's as simple as that. No airlock activity is necessary, okay? So you put all your stuff in there, you put your Crowson ring on, you put your lid on. Now you might say, well, what the heck? Where's the airlock? How does the gas get out? How does the air not get in? Well, there's a constant push outwards when you're fermenting beer or any alcoholic beverage. When it creates carbon dioxide, the carbon dioxide has to escape somehow. So it basically pushes up ever so slightly on the lid. You might not even notice it when you're fermenting, and it escapes from around the edges here. Okay, it comes out. Now, as that's happening, nothing can get in, right? Now, if you imagine a balloon, you know, a balloon with a tiny hole in it, as the air comes out that hole, it's very, I'd say impossible that anything is going to be able to get in that hole whilst the air is coming out, okay? It's the same idea. You have a positive pressure inside here. It's always going to have air coming out. You're never going to be able to have anything go back into it because it's a one-way street. Now, after about 4 days or 5 days, once the beer has settled down a little bit, it's still fermenting, but it's slowed down a bit, what you do is you take off the Crowson ring. It's going to have a ring of yeast around the inside here. Okay, you take it off, put it aside, put your lid back on, let it continue. Okay, so you can clean that, put it away, ready for next time. In the meantime, you've got a nice clean fermenter continuing to ferment your beer and continuing to let it escape, the gas escape through the lid. It's called the Burp Method, by the way, and a lot of people use this when they make their beer. They don't use an airlock. In this bag here, you've got a pen for marking things down, and you've got these little clips here. It just comes with them, so you can just clip this together so that, you know, someone doesn't come along and take off the lid on you and screw things up. So, and the thing is, you can look inside here as it's brewing. You can peek in and see, you know, it doesn't hurt to do that. And when it comes time to remove the Crowson ring, you just lift it off, grab your lid, sit it back on again. Not going to hurt your beer. Put this in the dishwasher, wash it in the sink, whatever you want to do. So, of course, I use Cooper's products all the time. I've been using Cooper's products since 1996, so that's a lot of years that I've been using them. So there's no internet back then really, and there's no connection between me and Cooper's. I just like their products and I use them all the time. I use other products as well, but I still stand by the Cooper's name. A lot of people want to make their own beer, and for various reasons. Price, just for the enjoyment of doing it, whatever the reason. And there's lots of different ways of making beer. There's, of course, your all grain, your partial extract, your mini mash, and your beer kits. Some people just want to make it. They don't want to go through the hassle of learning, buying equipment, learning the chemistry behind it, picking out grains and whatnot. All grain brewing is great for a lot of people. They have hobbies, they want to do it. They want to get really deep into the chemistry of it and the aspects of different grains and adjusting things and being really having their personal choices of exactly how the beer turns out, and that's perfectly okay. Other people just want to make it. They just want to make beer. Period. They don't really want to get too deep into it. They just want to make it, and so they don't have to pay the prices of the beer that you buy in a store. I needed that. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. It's a Cooper's DIY beer kit. I highly recommend it. I really do. I'm not just saying that. If you've been watching my videos for any length of time, you know I don't crap about this kind of stuff. I wouldn't tell you about it if I didn't think it was a good product, because I don't want you coming back on me and saying, hey, you didn't tell us the truth. No, it's the truth. And Cooper's have been in business of making beer and beer kits for many, many years. I'm pretty sure they know what they're doing. Please check out my website, craigfairway.com. If you want to buy this kit, please use that link to buy that kit. because that helps me. It doesn't cost you any more to buy the kit from that link, from that picture, that banner on my website there. It doesn't cost you any more. You buy it from the same place that you normally would, but it helps me out a little bit if you do it from that link. I'll also post a link down in the more info section where you can also buy this kit from. If you use that link, you'd also be helping me out as well. Enjoy your beer, enjoy your brewing. I'm out of here. We'll see you next time. Take care. Cheers, guys. Bye.